Hey everybody, and welcome to the Island Hunters official YouTube channel. My name is Cody. My online handle is Pythonics. You can call me either or. And this is my TCG, Island Hunters. Island Hunters first started off as a kind of an idea of a Marvel versus DC where I could battle the two and do all this crazy stuff. But then I grew up and I realized how copyright is a thing and how I can't really do that. So I decided to use my artistic skill and my knowledge of TCGs with my drive for creation to create Island Hunters. And I think I'm pretty happy with what I have to show you today. And I don't really know what to show you exactly, but I think I'm kind of like show you like what kind of cards you might see and what sort of different types of style decks you might come across, and just trying to get you excited for the game. And hopefully, I can do that. So, as you see here, right front and center are three of the cards that I've created. Um, you'll see on the far left here. You'll see Skabid. He is a monster card. Um, Top left corner is an island essence cost, basically how much it's going to cost to play that card. You'll see he has an ability, what that ability does. He has an attack and defense value. You can see what island he's associated with, what his card number is, and what edition he is. Also his rarity up top. And rarity in order goes common. Oop, if I can, there we go. Uncommon. Oh, come on. Come on, TTS. I know you want to work. There we go. We have rare. And then, oh, rare. And then we have, oh, drill butt's there. Not good. You're not supposed to be there, drill butt. Either are you. And then we have Grin the Thief, who is legendary. So as you can see, those are the four main rarities you can find inside Island Hunters. Then we move over to our resource cards. Our resource cards are much like magic cards or anything like spell cards, basically. These cards also have a rarity. They also have an island essence cost. But you can do crazy things with resources. You can lay them down. You can trick your opponent with face down cards. You can play them straight out of your hand during your opponent's phase. Each one has many abilities. Let's just go to Infectious Growth right here. One of my favorite ones. I don't have the art for it yet, but this is a surprise card. So this one you would lay down face down on your turn, and during your opponent's turn, after your opponent plays a monster, attach this card to that monster's item slot. Discard this card when the monster is destroyed. And what this does is basically makes it so if your opponent plays a monster and they wanted to attach a monster or a weapon card to it, you just attach this to it, and it stops them from attaching a card, which I think is a pretty cool mechanic. I'd love to see how this will be used in a real game. I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet, but I'm still in pretty early stages of play testing, so there's many chances ahead to use this card. And then we move on to our item cards. Our item cards are pretty special. Item cards is a unique aspect of Island Hunters, whereas when you play a monster in one of the outside lanes, you have the ability to equip an item to it. Equipping that item will grant you that item's values in addition to your monster's values. So if I were to attach the Gems of Talos onto Skabid, Skabid would now have 30 and 20. Also with that, he has all items have a plus symbol because they have to be added to a monster in order to have that ability play. But you have to initially play. You can't have it pulled out of your hand or played whatever, played any other way, it has to be played out of your hand in order to activate the item's ability. But anyway, if this item is equipped to a monster, destroy one monster on the field with an IE cost of 2 or less. So you kind of get that once you play it out of your hands, a little bit extra, and then the items will always stick with the monsters um, throughout until the monster is destroyed. And I'll go over that a little bit more in the rule video. And then you have something like the Bulwark, where he has a persist keyword. And if this item is equipped to a monster with the hassle keyword, it cannot be targeted by resource cards. Plus, you get the 50 bonus 50 bonus health to that. So Bulwark's a pretty good card. You'll find that really in the Crag deck that I've created, or that I'm going to create. This kind of works in with the Crag characters, because in the Crag Isle you'll find a lot of hassle cards, much like Drill Butt here, who doesn't have art. But Drill Butt can't attack monsters that has an item equipped. So each monster has their own little way. Here is Leonite. He's a newer card that I just created. He's a pretty powerful card. He just has the hassle keyword, meaning he has to be attacked before anyone else. He's an elite monster, which I'll go over here in a second. So it goes into play, and you have to combine all these cards, and you have island cards. I don't have any island cards, like I said, to show off right now, but I do have like other item cards here. The Void Lance, very cool. We have Grumble down here. We have Grumble down here from the Undergrowth. He's a pretty cool card. We have all these cards up here from the Crag Isle you might see. Rosetton, he's a pretty cool card. He's got dual keywords. He's also a rare elite card. But yeah, going over elite cards and normal monsters. Normal monsters have the ability to be summoned on your turn, normally using Island Essence, whereas elite monsters have a little bit special. You have to kind of do something special to get these guys summoned out, and I'll go over that more in the rule book tomorrow. Basically, when you see that green number up top, he's an elite monster, and you'll find a couple of those, and that's just more to balance the card game out, so that you're not just getting these powerful monsters in these 3 slots right away and just overpower your opponent. So when I go over the rules, you'll kind of get a more understanding of what these numbers up top do and how you can effectively use them to deplete your opponent's health value down to 0. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I've gone on a little bit longer than I wanted to, just kind of giving you a basic overview of kind of what the cards do and what sort of island cards you might see in the game. Set 1 is set to have just the Crag Isle as one of the main decks, and then the Undergrowth as the opposing deck. And those decks will be constructed of 40 cards, and those will be constructed by me, which you should be able to pick up as soon as Island Hunters is ready for release. But that is a couple months down the road. We still have a lot of play testing to do. I still have, as you can see, some art I have to finish and get uploaded onto these cards. But as soon as I finish the art, set 1 is basically ready to go, and we can get into a beta phase in which you can participate in. And if you want to be a part of that, I have an Instagram. It's at Island Hunters TCG. Hold on, let me get these guys out of the way. Come on, get out of the way. At Island Hunters TCG. So you can follow me there on Instagram. I'm pretty active on there. You get regular updates about the game on there. And also you can comment down below if you want to be a part of the play testing as well. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for tuning into our first ever YouTube video. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Hopefully you guys were able to understand basically kind of a basic understanding of what Island Hunters is all about. And I hope to see you guys in the next video going over the rules. And yeah, peace.